The struggle is real. It is the real struggle.
Okay, students. So today we're looking at the paragraph, okay? So I want you guys to tell me what a paragraph is. What do you know about a paragraph? Okay, so
time is saying a group of sentences that make sense. And Thea is saying a paragraph, have 5 or more sentences. Man, you going ahead of the class. Line is saying the same thing about 5 sentences or more that make sense. Lincoln is saying a distinct section of piece of writing.
Okay. A distinct section of a piece of writing. Okay.
Triana is saying a paragraph is 5 or more sentences put together to make sense. You always have to indent also.
Very good. Indentation.
You guys are off.
Very good. Very good. Okay. So we're going to be able to define the purpose of a paragraph. You're going to be able to identify the 3 basic parts of a paragraph, and we're going to be able to construct a paragraph using the format provided. Okay? What is a paragraph? It is a distinct section of writing covering a topic. Okay? A paragraph should have 5 to 8 sentences. So very good for those of you who said something along those lines. So what I want you to do is, I want you to think of a paragraph like a burger. What are the parts of a burger? What's in the burger?
Deliciousness.
Oh, of course, deliciousness.
Yes.
You have.
Oh,
what's the first thing you use? What is? Come on. You go to McDonald's and you order a Big Mac. What's on that burger?
Okay. Tonique is saying the bun. Triana is saying bread, cheese, lettuce, tomato.
Okay.
Bun.
I mean, I like pickles too, so you can't leave out the pickles.
You gotta throw those pickles on there. I'm right. I'm with you. Yes.
That pickles be right. Yes.
Very good. You got the cheese.
Boy, say no onions.
No onions. We don't need the onion. Very good. And then we end with, you know, the another piece of bread. So you have the top bun.
So someone say the bottom bun. All right.
Yes. Very good. Yeah, no tomatoes. For some may like tomatoes.
No tomatoes.
Listen to me.
What? No.
I don't understand how y'all just take off tomato and onion.
I love tomatoes. I got off tomatoes, onions, and lettuce.
I'll pass. Okay, so what I want you to do is to think of the paragraph like a burger, okay? So you have the top bun. That's the first part of your paragraph. And we call that the topic sentence, okay? So the topic of a paragraph is stated in one sentence. The topic of a paragraph is stated in one sentence. We call that the topic sentence. So that is the top bun, okay? Our topic sentence. Now, when we develop our paragraph, we need the tomatoes, eh? We need the lettuce. We need the pickles, the onions for some people.
Guess what? Because guess what? Who just wants 2 slices of bread smushed together?
Exactly. We need to develop this. We need to add to this juicy burger, to this juicy paragraph. We need to make this paragraph juicy.
Yes.
Okay? So how can we develop this paragraph? We can give examples. We can give details. We can develop it by telling an incident.
Yeah.
Good job, Wadley.
Or what's another word for that? What's another word that we can use for incident? By telling an incident.
I bet you.
Think they could get this one? I think they should get this
one.
one.
I don't know.
I wish there was some way to incentivize them.
Hold on, I saw it just now.
Come on, Alexis. Okay.
That has to be someone in my class.
Excellent job, Alexis.
Alexis, you on the right track. Good job, darling.
Very good.
Good job.
Yes, I am. All right.
Oh, you are? Oh, snap. Okay, well. Hey.
Okay. So remember, we developed this paragraph, our topic sentence, by giving examples, details, or by telling an anecdote. The rest of the paragraph consists of sentences that develop or explain the main idea. Let's look at this example here and tell me if you can identify the parts of this paragraph. Let's look. Through the centuries, rats have managed to survive all our efforts to destroy them. We have poisoned them and trapped them. We have fumigated, flooded, and burned them. We have tried germ warfare. Some rats even survived atomic bomb tests conducted on Antiwetok Atoll in the Pacific after World War II. In spite of all our efforts, these enemies of ours continue to prove that they are the most indestructible of pests. Okay? So, think about your sandwich, okay? Think about that top bun there, our topic sentence that tells what the paragraph is going to be about. Can anybody identify that topic sentence for me? What is the topic sentence? The last one? Hold on.
What?
Let's think about that again. What is the topic sentence? What is the controlling idea? The main idea of this paragraph?
All right, Tonic says the first red part, Triana says the first one.
Very good. Through the centuries, rats have managed to survive all our efforts to destroy them. That is our topic sentence. That is the one sentence in this paragraph that tells us what the paragraph is going to be about. So this is the controlling idea or the main idea of the paragraph. And normally we find the main idea of the paragraph in that first sentence. Okay? So our topic sentence is through the centuries, rats have managed to survive all our efforts to destroy them. Okay, I want you to look at the rest of the sentence there, okay? What are some of the details that support the main idea or the topic sentence? What are some of the details that we are giving in that paragraph? Okay, so Wadley is saying it's the green. Okay, so I want you to give me some of those. Very good, it's the green part. So what are they saying? The details. We have poisoned them, trapped them, fumigated, flooded, burned them, germ warfare, okay? So we know what this paragraph will be about simply because the topic sentence gave us the main idea. The topic sentence told us what the paragraph was going to be about. So the rest of the paragraph is explaining how they tried to destroy these pests. Very good, Rory. How did they try to destroy these pests? They burned them, germ warfare. So those are your supporting details. And then finally, the last part of our paragraph. What do we call that?
All right. Conclusion time, he says. Rory says conclusion. Not exactly, but you're almost. I mean, you're almost there. I mean, essentially, it is a conclusion of sorts.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Jazara says a closing statement.
Okay. So it says, in spite of all of our efforts, these enemies of ours continue. Your closing sentence, okay? To prove that they are the most indestructible of pests. So what happens in that part, the end of this paragraph? What are they doing for us? What's the purpose of that? It's restating. No, what are they saying?
All right. Tony says it relates to the main idea paragraph.
Okay, yes, it does relate to the main idea.
It really does. It does.
Mm-hmm. It sums up. Very good. So it sums up how, even though we tried to kill the rats, they are, very good, Rory, they are still alive.
Still alive. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, let's move on. So you have the main idea, or that's stated in the topic sentence.
Yes.
And you were close. We call this last part the concluding sentence, okay? It's the concluding sentence. It sums up all of our supporting details, and it basically restates your main idea in different words. And of course, the green part there, those are our supporting details. Now, it's important that our paragraph has unity. What do I mean when I say unity in the paragraph? What do I mean? Working together. Okay, so Royce is saying working together to express the topic.
Okay. Keisha saying, oh, okay, no, sorry. She's Unique is saying everything is related. Wadley is saying the paragraph itself. What
about? Explain that. But I love the first, what you have there, working together. The word relation.
Yes.
Okay, so you guys are on the right track. Every sentence in the paragraph should support the main idea expressed in the topic sentence. Okay? Every sentence in a paragraph should support the main idea expressed in the topic sentence. So, if we go back to that example that talks about the ways we have tried to destroy rats. If I start discussing, let's see, the pot cake. The pot cakes in Nassau. Does my paragraph have unity? No, it doesn't. It's why am I talking about pot cakes and we're supposed to be discussing the issue of rats and how they have been, should I say, mistreated?
Rats?
Yes. With trying to destroy the poor rats.
No, rats are disease-ridden rodents. They are nasty.
Right.
and they contribute nothing to society.
True, true. Okay, so right, Alexis, I went off topic.
Tony is saying, say the details in the sentence revolve around the main idea.
Very good. So all of the details should be relevant, like Alexis said. Very good. You should not go off topic. It has to have unity. Okay. Okay, let's talk about connecting sentences within the paragraph. And we use transitional words or phrases. Can anybody give me some transitional words or phrases? Say no. And we use these when we want to connect sentences within a paragraph.
Okay, so Wadley said first, Denzel first, Jazara, then, secondly, second, finally, second, third.
Very good.
All right, nice stuff.
Okay.
Very good, very good. So using these transition words, very good.
Good. Okay, okay.
Man, y'all on a roll. Very good.
Meanwhile, before. Okay, okay. Good job, students. Then.
Okay, so you have chronological order: first, meanwhile, later, afterwards, finally. So it's good to use these transition words so that you're connecting ideas, you're connecting these sentences, okay? And then you have objects in relation to one another: next to, in front of, beside, between, behind. And then you have order words that show the order of importance. However, furthermore, as a result, in fact, or yet. So remember, when we're writing our paragraphs, we want to see you using those transition words. We need to see your sentences connecting. Okay, so let's discuss the concluding. We also call the concluding sentence that we also refer to as the clincher sentence. And like some of you said, you restate the topic in the topic sentence in different words. A clincher sentence or concluding sentence clinches the point made in the paragraph. So you put a nice little bow on the top of that wonderful paragraph that you have created, and it just brings it all together.
Yes.
It summarizes the paragraph. So here are some ways that we can elaborate. What can we use in our paragraph to help us bring a point or to help us elaborate a point? Number one, we can use descriptive words. So we can use vivid adjectives, adverbs, precise verbs, and nouns. So we don't want to see you just using plain old verbs and adjectives, okay? I want you to use vivid verbs, vivid adjectives, precise nouns. We want you to give a detailed definition of the subject or topic. You can provide an example that shows your point. And I believe in the one about the rats that we just looked at. They did give an example of how rats are destroyed. They talked about the atomic bombs, right? Yeah, you can use comparison. And I know some of these words are familiar with you because we looked at some of these in previous lessons. So you can use the similes. or the metaphors. You can contrast to show how your idea is different from something else. You can include facts to support your main idea. What is a fact? What is a fact? Do you remember what a fact is? Good, Triana. It is a true statement, something that can be proven. And then you can use a statistic to support your main idea. Sensory details. Do you remember sensory details? The 5 senses. What are the 5 senses? When we're referring to sensory detail, what do we use? Taste. Very good.
Oh.
What else? Seeing. Very good.
Mm-hmm.
Smell. Very good. Hearing.
Hearing, taste, feeling, sound.
Sound. Excellent job.
Touch. Good job, student.
So using these sensory details can also help in bringing your main point forth, okay? And then you can use cause and effect to show how one thing causes another. We talked about that the other day, cause and effect. Okay, let's look at some types of paragraphs. We have the narrative paragraph, okay? Does anybody know what the narrative paragraph is?
Lauren is saying tells a story.
Okay.
Ariana tells a story.
Okay. So I see you're bringing back your prior knowledge, which you learned in junior high. The narrative does tell a story. And I think Lauren said another one here. Persuasive.
Yes, I think, yeah, she did. Yeah, she
So very good. Whoever said story, yes, tells a story. And then you have the persuasive paragraph. So what is the persuasive paragraph? What does it do? What is the purpose? It convinces. Very good, Julian. Very good. So in this type of paragraph, you're trying to convince the audience.
Good job, students.
We have the descriptive paragraph. What is the purpose of the descriptive paragraph?
To
Describes.
Very good. It's describing something, the paragraph that describes. And then we have the expository or explanatory paragraph. What is the purpose of that?
So they're saying Alexis is saying explaining, provides information. Tonique is saying. Okay.
Excellent job. Excellent job. So it gives information or explains something. Okay, let's look at this. Look at the photos on the screen. Does anybody know who this is? Who is this?
Let's see.
Pilot.
No, give us a name.
Pilot.
Right answers only. Give us a name.
But very good inference. And he looked at the photo in the back.
Yeah.
And he's looking at the very good.
From your head, girl.
Okay, I don't think I see a right answer yet.
No.
I mean,
yes, she's a pilot, but that's not her name or whatever.
Yeah, she is a pilot.
Jamal said a Tuskegee Airman, but they were black though, and they were men.
Okay.
But I like that you know that though. That's cool.
Okay, so this pilot is Amelia Earhart. Okay, so let's look at this example here. I want you to find the sentence in the paragraph that destroys the unity and doesn't belong. So I'm going to read it to you, okay? The disappearance of Amelia Earhart remains a mystery. Earhart, who was the first woman pilot to fly across the Atlantic Ocean, crashed into the Pacific Ocean while attempting to fly around the world. She was born in Atchison, Kansas in 1897.
That's so true.
Some researchers, sorry, Mr. Joaquin.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry, okay. Some researchers believe that she survived the crash into the Pacific because radio distress calls were received. An intense search for the source of the signals was made. Searchers were not able to find her. However, finally, the distress signals ceased. In spite of continued searches by airplane and ship, no clue about what became of Amelia Earhart has yet been found. Okay? So what I want you to do is, we talked about unity and how each sentence in your paragraph should be related. So think about that sentence in this paragraph that destroys the unity. It just does not belong.
Oh, Miss Two, they were answering while you were reading.
Oh, wow. Okay.
She was Daredevil.
So there's saying
She was.
That's right. She was born in Atchison, Kansas in 1897.
Boom. All right.
Okay. Very good.
Good job, students.
So how did you know that?
Tonique is saying because that doesn't have anything to do with her crash.
Right. Excellent job.
Right, nothing to do with a crash or disappearance.
Very good.
Right.
That's right. Very good.
So let's take it even further. What do you think is the topic sentence? What is the topic sentence?
Okay, let's see if they're going to get this one. Yay, students.
Yes, Wadley, very good. It had nothing to do with. What is the topic sentence in this paragraph?
So
let's look at that.
Oh, go ahead.
The disappearance, okay? Somebody says the disappearance of Amelia Earhart. Is that, are you sure that is the topic sentence? Your topic sentence is not the topic, okay? I don't want you to confuse topic sentence with topic.
That's right. So someone is saying, Tonique is saying the disappearance of Amelia Earhart remains a mystery.
Okay.
Yeah, Wadley said the same thing.
The first line. So we know that the rest of the paragraph should be about what? Because we have our topic sentence, the main idea. So it's very good. It's going to be about not just Amelia Earhart now, but we need to be more specific. Her disappearance.
Yes.
How did she disappear? Or what is believed to have happened? Very good.
Good job, students.
Okay, so like we said, she was born in Atchison, Kansas in 1897. It is not related directly to the main idea, okay? Now let's look at some supporting details. What are some supporting details in this paragraph that support the main idea? Okay, what do we have here?
The radio distress calls were received. She survived the crash into the Pacific. She crossed into the Pacific Ocean.
Mm-hmm. What else? I see a lot.
Yes.
A lot of things, yeah.
There are at least 5 sentences, or 4 to 5, I think. Radio distress, yes.
Yes, radio distress were received. Researchers were not able to find her. All right, they're saying she survived the crash.
Very good, very good.
Researchers were not able to find her. What else though? Intense search for the source of signal was made. Okay.
Very good. Okay, so there are many supporting details there that explain this mysterious disappearance, okay? Now, what about the concluding sentence or the clincher? What is that concluding sentence that just sort of sums everything up? You don't have to write the entire thing, but you can start it off. And very good. Rory is saying that it's the last line. Anybody agrees? Everybody agrees? In spite of the last line.
Yeah, continued. Okay.
Excellent job. In spite of continued searches by airplane and ship, no clue about what became of Amelia Earhart has yet been found. So this is our concluding sentence. This is our clincher. Now,
good job, guys.
In this I want you to also bear in mind that when you are writing your concluding sentence, you should not introduce entire new point. Okay?
Yeah.
You don't want to do that because you don't want your reader to be like, okay, so what's the end?
That's right.
What's the conclusion? What's the purpose? What's the conclusion? Okay, you don't want to introduce a new point because your conclusion should simply wrap up all of your ideas. The conclusion should just be a restatement of your topic sentence. It has to come to an end. We have to see a clear conclusion there. Okay?
Good job. Good job.
So you don't want to say at the end of it, let's see. An intensive search for the source of the signals was made. No, okay? That's obviously a supporting sentence. So just remember not to include any new ideas, supporting detail, in the conclusion or any new information.
I think the student, I just want to give this point. Some students, they tend to do that because I think they feel as though they should add something else in there to make their conclusion part. But what they fail to understand is anytime you're wrapping up your paragraph or your essay, nothing new should be added because that should have been in your supporting details. But it should be in the paragraphs above to indicate what you wanted to say about whatever you're talking about. Okay?
But Mrs. Ennis, watch this, right? You know what that goes back to? A lot of them, when they have word limits,
Mm-hmm.
A lot of them, they say, geez, 400 words, that's a lot, eh? You don't write all that. So some of them think that means they need to inflate or add fluff,
Yes.
right? But
Okay.
and you know why they do that? Guess why they do that? Because they don't like the plan. Because if they plan,
Mm-hmm.
I just was talking about this with grade 11 a little while ago, an hour ago. If you plan, you wouldn't need to add unnecessary information to the paragraph.
Right.
That's
Right.
right.
That's why you plan. You get your points together, so much so that you have sufficient points to support the topic
Right.
sentence. And once you do that, once you say, I know I need 4 or 5 sentences at least, think, get those points, jot those ideas down. They don't even have to be in full sentences. You can write them in sentences later.
Yeah.
But you have to think ahead, students. You can't just get up and write, because most people, they especially if you give them something that they don't want to write on, when you're
Right.
forced to write, they can't do that, right? So you have to be more deliberate with your when you're writing paragraphs, when you're writing your
Right.
essays.
Mm-hmm. So students, I hope you hear that. Very important information for you, especially in this year, your senior year when you're taking the BGCSE. This is important information for you to know. Okay, so let's move forward. What makes a good paragraph? Okay, what makes a good paragraph?
Dude, I think that was the end of that one there. It was just continued slides.
Okay. Oh, so we're done early. Okay.
Yeah. I think I will
Okay.
give a little activity for that.
So let's just review then. Unity, coherence, elaboration. Okay. We went over paragraph unity, having all of the sentence being directly related to the main idea. Coherence, all of the sentences logically fitting together. The reader can see how all of the details are connected. We can create coherence in two ways. Order details in a way that makes sense. And I think this also goes back to what Mr. Joaquin just said with planning. Show a connection by using transitional words. We went over those transitional words. Okay, so we want to see a relationship between ideas, and you use those transitional words to show the relationship between ideas, whether it's cause and effect, or just simply comparing two things. And then we talked about ways that we can elaborate. Can you write in the chat quickly, what are some ways that we can elaborate our main idea or our main point, our topic sentence? Miss Dennis, can you give me just 1 minute, please? Can you just take over for 1 minute for me, please? All right.
Okay, no problem.
Okay.
Okay, Tammy says use examples.
Okay, good timing. Anyone else?
Examples, yeah, very good. All right. Tammy says use facts. Lauren says use examples also.
Good job. Anyone else?
All right. Lauren says ideas.
Show examples. Yes, you're correct. What do you mean by you imagine? Someone said, what did they say? Let's That's another. Lauren, what do you mean by you imagine something?
Okay, thank you.
Right.
Okay, so we're still giving more ways that we can elaborate.
Yes.
Yeah. Alexa
So
says,
Alexa said vivid / imagery verbs, or I guess precise verbs she's trying to indicate.
Mm-hmm.
Tammy says sensory details, and Ashka says be specific. You guys are actually both. You're right.
Yes.
Depending on the type.
On the paragraph. So sensory details we know would be used in the descriptive paragraph.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Definitely. Your factual information that could be used in your expository. Your dialogue, yes, can be used in your narrative.
Mm-hmm. Very good. Okay, so we just wanted to go over this with you so that when we move on to writing, whether it be writing the friendly letter or the business letter or even a narrative, descriptive paragraph or essay, you will know how to do that, okay? So you will know that the parts of the paragraph should be present in your essay. You should have that topic sentence. You should have your supporting details, elaborate your supporting details, and you should have that concluding sentence, okay? All right.
I think I have, oh, the internet is moving kind of slow. I wanted to actually show them a scrambled paragraph and see if they can actually put it together.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, we have about four or five more minutes. It's coming
Yeah.
up now, and then I
Well,
can share.
I'm gonna dash out about 10:55 or 56.
Okay.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, for grade 12. Yeah.
Yeah.
Set up. Okay, not a problem.
And you can save that goodness for me too.
Okay, not a problem.
Okay, students, if you have any questions, you can ask in the chat. Was there anything that was unclear or maybe you need a little more explanation while Ms. Dennis is bringing that up?
Let's go.
Okay, speak now or forever hold your peace.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because when that assignment comes up on the Google Classroom,
That's right.
we expect you to know it, eh?
Yeah. Or show
Absolutely.
understanding based on
Show
you.
on,
The purpose of us teaching you and asking questions is to see if you guys understand. Okay, so there's nothing wrong with saying, "Oh, Miss Dennis or Miss Tudor, Mr. Joaquin, something I didn't."
Yeah, that's why we are here. We're here to
shame in
guide
that.
you, to help you.
No shame in that.
We already know this information. We want you to understand it, okay?
Yes.
So
Now-
don't be afraid to ask questions.
Yeah, and grade 10, you can you can use this. I made it, but you can use this quote. Mrs. Dennis and Miss Two can use this too, but listen to this quote. Anytime you feel like asking a question is not a good idea, right? The smartest people ask the most questions.
Oh, yes.
Mm-hmm.
That I don't know why people have this idea that, okay, if I'm smart, I should know this stuff, so I shouldn't have to ask anybody for help. I shouldn't have to ask anyone anything. If you are an intelligent person, you ask questions. All right.
Yes.
Even if you understand something, ask some more.
Yes.
All right. Or Lauren, your mommy told you that?
Yes.
Very good. Wadley says he is smart then.
Oh goodness. Do you know this thing does not want to come up? I don't know.
Don't worry about it. So we can just go over some in-house matters then. Mr. Joaquin, you can stop the recording so we can just go over some. I see some questions and some concerns in the chat.
Okay, done.
Okay, students.